welcome combatants. So it's quite a day, yes, and it seems that Warner Brothers is officially going to be owned by Paramount as Netflix has bidded out and they're no longer involved, as Paramount came with a huge thing, and we have an official statement from them and everything. So we're going to jump into this. You don't want to miss this video, but always remember to do like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and follow me to future and on TikTok for great content you don't want to miss out. So yes, people, the day that everyone's been not hoping for has officially happened, as it seems Netflix have officially decided to back out of the deal, and Paramount now will claim Warner Brothers. As you can see right here, Jeff Keighley wrote, Warner Brothers games will return to some of our biggest franchises, which we saw today. They announced that, but now we have this. Warner Brothers says Paramount's latest takeover bid is now considered superior to its current deal with Netflix. Netflix has been given 4 days to submit a new bid. Now everyone thought maybe they're going to come back with a new bid in 4 days, but they did not. Instead, they opted out and they gave up. It says here, it's over. Netflix has declined to increase its offer to Warner Bros. Discovery after David Zaslav led media company board had declared Paramount Skydance's new bid is a superior proposal. So it's literally over, people. Warner Brothers are officially now going to be owned by Skydance Paramount. So that's a huge shift and a change. And I tell you, when the Reddits and all them other places are not happy, they are not happy with what's going on. They literally do not like this at all. Nowhere does. But the official statement that they did reveal did go on to specify this. It says Netflix today announced that it has declined to raise the offer to Warner Brothers. Netflix had earlier received notice from Warner Brothers and its board of directors to determine Paramount Skydance's latest proposal constitutes superior proposal under the terms of Warner Bros. Existing merger agreement. With Netflix issued the following statement in a response from the CEO, Ted. The transaction we negotiated would have created shareholder value with a clear path to regulatory approval. However, we've always been disciplined, and at a price required to match Paramount Skydance's latest offer, the deal is no longer financially attractive. So we are declining to match the Paramount Skydance bid. So yeah, Warner Bros. Is a world-class organization, and we want to thank David Zaslav and everyone else who obviously was on board with signing them to be able to acquire and join into this bid, and thanking them for a fair and rigorous process. But it says, we believe we would have been a strong stewards of Warner Brothers' iconic brands, and that our deal would have strengthened the entertainment industry and preserved and created more production jobs in the US. But this transaction was always a nice to have at the right price, not at a must have at any price. So they've released a good statement there, and it kind of does let us know how they're feeling about it. And I really do think that Netflix would have made a really good choice of being the ones acquiring them, though the only bad side to Netflix was they didn't care about the games. So that would have been like a downside, because we would have had to see what they're going to do with the games, what type of process they would have wanted and everything. We know it's Paramount, they obviously do care about, you know, the games as well and stuff like that, so it can look quite good for that. But it's just the things that they put in towards everything, the way that they might look at things and change characters or ideals that go into it. Like if we take the new Superman, for example, that very much had a lot of certain things that mixed with what the conflicts that are going on in the world. Now, if things start to shift and we don't see Superman representing that, then you obviously know that Paramount or Skydance has stood in and said, nah, that's not happening. Take that out because it feels too much like this or like that. But obviously, you know, who can tell how things are going to go? But at least we know that when it comes to this, maybe they might do a good job, maybe they won't. I don't know. Time will tell to see how Paramount is going to handle Warner Brothers now that they have this titanular company under their belt. They're literally going to own so many things now, so many IPs. I know there's a lot of people saying, oh, we can get more Turtles and DC, or we can get some Mortal Kombat mixing up with Sonic and all them, like, which would be cool, but definitely something that we didn't want with the characters and that, like, because we probably won't be seeing a lot of characters dressed or being the same way that they have done, or being the type of nature that they usually are. Instead, they will be a lot more worse, and a lot of people aren't going to see it coming, but it will happen. The movie universe probably will still be okay, because everything's fairly cut into a way where people are okay with how they look and that lot. But things might change, things might differ, things might go a little bit more different compared to what we obviously thought, and maybe things will turn out good for the movie universe, and I don't think things will. well, because they'll definitely increase stuff happening with the movie, including like series and stuff like that. So that stuff still can happen in this, but we don't know about other things in how the world will feel, the tones, what messages can be delivered, or what they might force in. There's a lot of things that could definitely happen, and that's one of them. And that's what a lot of people are worried about when it comes to Mortal Kombat, and definitely with other things like DC as well as a whole. There's a lot of things that people don't want to have happen that they are worried will happen. So it seems at any point we don't know how the game's functionality will be anymore, how we'll see the games being made, or how brutal or how this and that they might be. We'll definitely probably notice a tonal shift and how things will be, but like I said, only time will tell, and that's the one thing we gotta think about. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys okay with this deal? Was you okay in the first place? Are you glad that Paramount has them? Are you not glad? Did you want Netflix to own them? Do you feel Netflix would have been the better choice than Paramount? Or are you in the middle, you're up in the air thinking maybe it would have been, maybe it wouldn't have been? But obviously, let me know what you guys think about all this, and do like, subscribe. This is your boy Future Boy, and that's Future. Stay frosty peeps. Peace.